Hey, I'm T Styles. I'm owner and operator of Cartel Urban Cinema, Cartel Publications, and Toy Box Thrillers. So I'm going to come to you guys today for my second video in the series on making an urban movie. And I want to talk about, should you be using your home? Or if you're going to use your home, what that looks like. So in the movie I'm Home, I use my cousin's house. And actually, she let me use her house before. She let me use her house before for, I think, The Worst of Us when I was doing my web series. And she let me use her house for this. Always pay. And we're going to talk about that too. Using your house versus using somebody's house, and things like that. But this particular picture right here, I love so much. Because in this particular picture, we have a few people. Number one, we have my sister, who is like our ride or die for our movies. Now, mind you, she has her whole different thing going on. But when it comes time to making a movie, she's always there for me. We have Marissa, who is the leading actress. Me right here with the red scarf on my head. We have our leading man right here looking. We're going over a script. We're actually in the kitchen. And then we have somebody who's sitting over here. He was actually with a part of the crew with my DP. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this guy kind of gave me the blues, and I'll never want to have him back. But that's not to say anything bad about my DP or the lighting guy who we use. But anyway, what I want to talk about in terms of should you use your own house or using your own house is making sure, if you're going to do that, number one, you utilize the entire place. So like I said, in this particular scene right here, and I'm going to go over some pictures, but I'm going to show you guys the actual clips from the movie and talk to you about what we do. It ain't even going to be that long, but it's for people who are interested in trying to do it but don't know where to go. So like I said, this is the picture when we're in the kitchen. Right off the kitchen right here is the living room. Where I'm standing at right here with this guest shirt at, in the back is actually the kitchen. And you can see how close, this is my DP that we use for this particular movie. This is my first time using the DP, and we haven't used one since, but I can see definitely working with him again in the future. But I'm going to show you some ways that if you can't afford it, because you did have to pay for him. You had to pay for his time. Like I said, he brought out the lighting people. He brought out like his own cameras and things like that. So you got to pay for that. So this movie was a little bit on the higher end, but it's worth it for so many reasons. But right here, we're on the couch, and he's very close up on that shot. And he actually handheld his camera a lot. I use a Blackmagic because I also film my movies. I filmed A Hustler Son 2 on my own, some shots in A Hustler Son 1, and even some shots on this movie that we're going to be talking about pretty soon. But that's him holding the camera, making sure that he's getting all shots. This is right here, us on the outside of the house. That's me in the red scarf. That's our leading actor right there. And we're outside the house, and we had to get this shot early in the morning. We had to get up early in the morning to get this shot because we wanted to make sure that we got a nighttime. And again, when we go over the movie, I'll show you guys. But whenever you're using a house, you want to make sure that you think about the house that you're using before you actually use it. Think about all the different places that you can use, because we have had situations where we'll have a house, and one house may be for one of the characters, and then we'll break up that house, a couple rooms within that house, and it'd be for another character. Like, don't nobody know who all elements of the house. So feel free to, really make it work. That's Charisse. She was Sanchez in the movie, but also my business partner and my right hand. Again, we're utilizing all space, making sure we get our model ready. I already talked about this video. Another shot from us being outside. They brought all the equipment. It was my first time when I was like, wow, I'm really, really loving being back, because I had been out of filming for a while. Let's go back to see if we can get some more before we get back into it. That's me and DP in the DP. He had all the equipment. And the thing with this equipment, if you're doing it on this scale, you're going to need hands, because you need people to be able to pick stuff up, move stuff. We had folks that, particularly on Justin's side that was with him, they ended up getting tired. We around about 5 or 6. We started at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and around 5 or 6 got tired because there's so much physical labor, and we had filmed the day before. So you got to think about that if you are doing it on this scale. Again, it can be so worth it because your movie can look good, but you just got to consider that. Let me see if I can find another shot of the house before we go into what that looked like. So again, make sure you utilize all spaces within the house. Don't leave no space unturned. Take all elements that you can, even if you're using the house for another character. This is us again in the kitchen, and one of the things I love about movies is on the screen everything seems so focused, but behind the scenes you see everything that goes into it, especially on this scale. But again, that's Justin, that's my sister. This is one of the scenes right before she smacked the hell out of him for the movie I'm Home. Another angle of us, this is right before she went and got crazy. This is us getting the scene in the bathroom, making sure that shot was right, and being creative as possible. It's not enough just to point and click. You want to make sure that you're really able to get out there and get you some scenes that'll look unique. Everything you don't want to do head on. And we're going to go over that again. My school, I have a class that I'm running this year for filmmakers that are going to get you just to get started. Everybody needs a mentor. I got a mentor. I'm still learning all the arts of screenwriting. And anytime somebody can teach me something, being on the level I am, I still take it because I want to learn so much, whether it be from screenwriting, whether it be for production. One thing I don't do is think I know everything. But we are going to be filming or running class live on set, so you can actually get out there and utilize what we talk about. Here's another scene in the bedroom. One of the bedrooms in my cousin's house, and we were able to get this scene. Again, Justin loves to hold the camera. I wish I could be like him. We were outside in the backyard. I do everything on a tripod and then do smooth dolly shots back and forth because I don't really trust it. And my camera, the Black Magic, doesn't have it's a cinema camera, and cinema cameras don't tend to have like good stabilizers in them. So you want to make sure that you either weight it down or you want to make sure that you put it on some type of rig that can handle that. So let's go into the movie right now. Let me go get out of here, zoom in, and I'm going to show real quick what it is we did with the movie. So he's in the house. Okay, we had a hotel. So this is us in the house. Remember we talked about
candy her boss kept giving her.
Remember we talked about how we utilize all parts of the house and how many people that were in the house. Like it were like about 15, 20 people in this scene, and you didn't even know it because of how focused he was. The soft glow, again, 15 people on the right to get the shots. Let me show some of the bad. This is the shot right where he was sitting, where I showed you guys where he was on the couch. Matter of fact, let me try to pull that up so we can see him in conjunction, so we can really see it while it's going down. Let's see. Oh, yep. This is her getting ready for that shot. Let me go ahead and put it on pause. I love seeing the behind the scenes and then going and then showing how it translated. Let's see real quick. This is actually the part where she was dancing before. Right here. Where she was dancing. Right here. From that part, we are right there getting the dancing. So it's just a beautiful way. This is us in the backyard, making sure we use the backyard. Again, utilize all spaces. He's on the floor getting the shots head on. This is the bedroom shots that I showed you guys earlier. How he held the camera and made sure he got that. Some of these other shots were done with an iPhone, and I'm going to show you why we ended up doing that. But again, in the house, we're utilizing the kitchen. You need people. The biggest thing I want y'all to remember, that you need people if you are bringing all of this equipment, or just in general. Everybody doesn't have to really know how to use a camera, but people need to know how to pick up something to help. And if they see something, say something. But again, this is all of us. I believe this is the iPhone shot. Bathroom shot. We utilize the space to get these bathroom shots from the tub, making sure, I believe this is his shot. Yeah, I think that's his shot. This is some iPhone shots, and again, I'm going to show you guys more about that in one of my other sessions. But the main thing I want you to understand and remember is to make sure, this shot they pull out all the stops. They actually put the camera the light outside of the window and shined it inside. And we got this epically beautiful, beautiful shot as a result of that. And this is actually outside on the ground. That's an iPhone shot. Let me see. This is us outside in front of the house again, finally doing the last thing. So again, this is the behind the scenes. You guys can do it on your own. You do not need to wait for anybody. Let me come grab something. Again, if you feel like you need help and you want to learn how to work around this is on a larger scale, but we're going to show you on a smaller scale. Get the 7-day cinema planner. It goes into what you need as far as budget, rehearsal, some things that you need to do to make sure that you do it in a less amount of time, because sometimes, you know, you want to get your movie done. I tend to film all of my movies within 3 to 4 days. I know folks that, you know, probably need a little bit more time, but we're going to be talking about that. If you're interested, visit theelitewritersacademy.com. I'm going to put the website right here. Don't stop making movies. Everybody needs some help. So if you feel like you're on your own, we're going to show you how you don't need to be. All right. I'm T Styles. Talk to you later. Bye.